But what do you think the Foley parents think about President Obama making a statement about their son executed on video in the most hideous images seen by the world, and then he heads for the golf course? We asked the Foley parents. You received a call from the Pope.
We did.
We did.
How soon, was that the day that the news broke about your son or something?
No, it was a day or two, or maybe even 3 afterwards. The Pope was in grief, was grieving himself. He had recently had a nephew who was in a terrible car accident. The nephew's wife was killed. Several of their children were killed. He had a brain hemorrhage and had gone to surgery initially and had to go back. So in his grief, the Pope called us to share his sympathy over Jim's death. And we just were very, very grateful and honored. I think that shows that the Pope is a real humanitarian, a real caring human being, like the rest of us.
What did he say to you?
He said he's sorry for our grief. He's sorry that Jim was killed. He suggested that he was a martyr for freedom.
And he said he'd pray for us. It was just very kind that in the midst of his grief he would reach out to us, you know. So that was a blessing, Greta. It was a blessing.
The president called?
Oh, yes.
The day the news broke, the president called?
No, not the news.
Not the day?
No. Oh, well,
day after.
Maybe the day after or two, yeah. Maybe it was the day after, could be.
What did he say?
He said that he was
sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry that he died.
There was condolences and indicated they had done everything they possibly could to get Jim and the others out. He told us about the raid. And
that's the first we'd ever heard of it.
And
it was so late.
I actually told President Obama that Jimmy believed in him. He'd worked hard to get him elected. He believed in him, and that he believed until the end that our government would come and get them.